Finnish soldiers safe in Lebanon after Israeli attack on UNIFIL positions. Metsä Group to shut down plywood plants, threatening 370 jobs. Hundreds of jobs at risk in Finland as major companies announce layoffs. Finnish minister suggests Swedish wage model to address concerns of nurses and teachers. Finnish soldiers are safe in Lebanon after Israel fired on United Nations peacekeeping positions, UNIFIL. Defense Minister Antti Hakkarainen confirmed that the situation is very dangerous and concerning. The attack slightly injured 2 peacekeeping soldiers, but fortunately, no Finnish soldiers were harmed. The attack took place in Nakora, near the Israeli border, where many international peacekeepers, including Finns, are stationed. During the incident, the Finnish soldiers were moved to a safe shelter. The Finnish government is closely monitoring the situation. Prime Minister Petteri Orpo and Minister Hakkarainen have strongly condemned the incident, stating that it must be thoroughly investigated. The United Nations has also demanded that Israeli forces ensure the safety of its personnel and assets. Metsä Group is planning to close its plywood production plants in Suolahti, located in the city of Äänekoski, Finland, putting approximately 370 jobs at risk. This decision stems from declining business performance due to a crisis in the construction industry and the cessation of wood imports from Russia. The birch plywood plant is expected to cease operations by the end of the first quarter of 2025, and the softwood plywood plant will close by the end of 2026. The company will begin negotiations with all 370 affected employees. According to the CEO of Metsä Wood, around 150 jobs may be transferred to a new engineered wood production plant in the same area, which is expected to be completed in 2026. However, Osmo Kariainen, a union representative, expressed concerns that not all employees from the old plant will be able to transition to the new facility. A dark week threatens hundreds of jobs in Finland as 3 major companies simultaneously announced the start of restructuring negotiations on Tuesday. A total of 430 jobs are at risk across the country. Healthcare company Attendo plans to cut 250 positions, while UPM Fibers expects to reduce 110 employees, and Ovarco Imatra plans to cut 70. Ilkar Nokelainen, chairman of the Imatrar City Council, expressed concern about the significant impact of these layoffs on the region, especially as Imatrar is close to the Russian border, which has been heavily affected by trade and travel restrictions. However, economic experts predict that the labor market will improve next year. Penna Orila, chief economist of the Confederation of Finnish Industries, believes the situation will brighten, and job opportunities will gradually recover. Economy Minister Ville Rydman recommended that nurses and teachers concerned about the government's new salary model look to Sweden's system. According to him, the similar system being promoted by the Finnish government has helped increase nurses' wages in Sweden. In a debate, Rydman explained that the export-oriented salary model proposed by the Finnish government aims to protect national competitiveness. However, this proposal has been controversial, particularly in sectors with predominantly female workers such as nursing and teaching, who worry about wage disparities compared to other industries. Meanwhile, Tuipti Tuppurainen, leader of the Social Democratic Party's parliamentary group, argued that Sweden's system cannot be compared to Finland's, as wage negotiations in Sweden are based on trust and do not involve legal intervention. In Wednesday's A Studio program, Member of Parliament Nair Kalmari from the Centre Party warned that privatizing water supply services could lead to unreasonably high water prices. She cited examples from the UK and Estonia, where water prices soared after private investors became involved. She emphasized that water is an essential resource and should not be turned into a cash cow for investors. Currently, the government and opposition are debating a new bill that could allow foreign investors to own up to 49.9% of shares in Finland's water supply plants. The Centre Party strongly opposes this, comparing it to the sale of electricity company Caruna in 2014, when electricity prices skyrocketed after privatization. However, Terrer Samalati, a representative of the ruling National Coalition Party, dismissed these concerns, insisting that control over water supply services will remain with the state. A former employee of Aktier Bank in Turku has been accused of embezzling nearly €179,000 from elderly customers' accounts over almost 9 years 2014 to 2022. Police reported that all 19 victims were elderly or from deceased families. The suspect, a 56-year-old woman, used her banking skills to transfer money between accounts and pay expenses with a credit card. She is also suspected of transferring funds to a local sports club's account. The fraud was discovered when a customer raised concerns about an unclear account balance in December 2022. The police opened an investigation, and the woman has admitted to part of the crime. Aktier Bank has reimbursed approximately €160,000 to the victims and has pledged to enhance security measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. The Finnish government has proposed amending alcohol laws to allow online sales and delivery of alcohol. According to the draft, alcoholic beverages can be delivered to customers' doorsteps between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Customers can order from stores like Alko, supermarkets, restaurants, or gas stations with a retail alcohol license. The new law is expected to come into effect early next year and be fully implemented by June 1, 2025. When purchasing online, customers must verify their age through an electronic identification system, and delivery personnel must check the recipient's age upon delivery. Some craft beer and wine producers will also be allowed to deliver certain alcohol products under this proposal. Thousands of homes in Finland lost power after a storm. In many eastern areas, the storm toppled trees onto railway tracks, disrupting train traffic. In Kuopio, Veikko Lutiakainen installed a generator at home to ensure his wife could watch her favorite TV shows during the power outage. The situation was also severe in many other places. Nearly 40,000 households were left without electricity. Rescue services were working at full capacity to clear fallen trees and pump water from flooded areas, especially in Helsinki and Vantaa, where several roads were paralyzed by flooding. Meanwhile, in eastern Finland, the storm toppled trees onto railway tracks on the Karelia railway line, causing traffic between Kaisarlahti and Perikarlar to be blocked. Trains had to be temporarily replaced by buses. Power companies and rescue forces are working to mitigate the storm's impact. A recent survey proposed financial incentives for couples to have children before the age of 30, aiming to address Finland's record low birth rate. Pauliina, 38, and Tuomas Daland, 40, who just welcomed their third child on October 8, are strongly in favor of the proposal. They shared that income drops when having children, so a monthly allowance of €200 to €300 would greatly help young families. Pauliina noted that many people today delay having children to focus on their careers or because they don't feel ready. However, she emphasized that life doesn't stop after having kids but becomes more enriching. The couple had their first child at 22 and 24, respectively, and believe that having children early brought much joy and meaning to their lives. With the aging population, this proposal is expected to encourage young people to start families and have children sooner. A group of students from the universities of Turku, Tampere, and Åbo Academy has developed the idea of producing vitamins in space to provide nutritious food for astronauts. This idea helps solve the problem of food production during long space journeys, where traditional food production methods face many challenges. Using biotechnology, the team employed E. coli bacteria to create two types of vitamins, A and C. Although there has not been enough time to demonstrate the formation of vitamins, the project has been highly praised for its feasibility. The students will compete in the International IgEM Synthetic Biology competition in Paris at the end of October. The success of this project could open new directions for developing sustainable nutrition for future space missions. On October 10, the first snow of the season fell in Rovaniemi, kicking off the tourist season with excitement from visitors. Carmen Garcia and Patricia Dominic from Madrid were lucky enough to see the snow during their visit to Lapland. They took photos and sent them to their families to show off the snowy scenes. However, Sanna Karakainen, CEO of Visit Rovaniemi, cautioned that snow in October is often unstable. She emphasized the need to manage expectations, as rain and mud can quickly replace the snow. Nevertheless, the snowfall has generated a lot of social media traffic, fueling excitement for the tourism industry.